the Chargers and the Raiders got flexed into Sunday Night Football. They will be the last game of the season. It's a great rivalry. Chargers versus Raiders. No matter how good either team is, they usually play a great game. Both teams don't like each other, and that's what really makes this rivalry good. Chargers coming in at 9-7, Raiders coming in at 9-7, the 7th seed against the 8th seed, and it sets up beautifully in Las Vegas, a last game of the season. When the Raiders move to Las Vegas, they probably envision marquee games like this in their beautiful stadium with the club and everything in it. It's gonna be a party. It's gonna be a great time. I wish I was going. I wish I was there to see it live. It's gonna be a spectacle, and being played in that beautiful stadium is gonna be amazing. After everything that the Raiders have gone through, for them to still be 9-7 with the chance to go to the playoffs is just ridiculous, man. We had the Henry Ruggs stuff, we had the John Gruden stuff, we had the passing of the great John Madden, RIP, that they're probably still, getting over. So a lot of stuff happened for the Raiders, and for them to show the guts and resilience and, just all around effort that they've put into the season, it's been great. They beat the Colts, who were one of the hardest teams in the NFL. So props to the Raiders for getting that victory. Props for them for setting themselves up. I think the Raiders being 9-7, playing for the playoffs in the last week, it's an accomplishment. For the Chargers, I believe it's kind of disappointing that they're still fighting for the playoffs lives in the last game of the season. I thought they would be a little better than 9-7. I thought they would be more along the 11-5 by now. I really like this Charger teams going into the season. I thought Justin Herbert was gonna drastically improve their record from last year. Still not a bad season. Still good for them if they make the playoffs. But I think for the Chargers, it would be an utter disappointment to not make the playoffs. It would be a waste of a season. It would look bad for Staley, and they would not hit any of their goals that they set before the season. For the Raiders, if they don't make the playoffs, it's a different it'll leave a different taste in their mouth. I know it'll be very disappointing if they don't make it on Sunday night. It'll be just distraught. It'll be just terrible in that locker room. But once they step back, I think they'll be able to look back at this season and say, damn, we really fought to the end. All the stuff that happened. Even this week, another player got caught with the DUI, rookie safety, I believe. So just they've really dealt with a lot of adversity this season. So even if they don't make the playoffs, for the Raiders, I think after a while they'll be able to look back and be like, damn, we got some dogs in this locker room. We got some leaders. I think they look at Derek Carr a little differently after this season, being the leader of man that he showed this season, playing great, not having Darren Waller for the latter part of the season, losing Henry Ruggs, and just stepping up, keeping the Raiders afloat, having a chance with the last game of the season. I think the Raiders, after a while, they can look back and, be like, okay, there's definitely some building blocks here. We learned about Derek Carr. We learned the defense improved towards the end. It's not all bad. For the Chargers, with all the expectations that they had, I think if they don't make it, it'll be an utter disappointment. But that being said, I do think the Chargers will win this game. The Chargers do have the better QB. Nothing against Derek Carr. He's had a great season, and he doesn't have the weapons that the Chargers have. But if you just look at the arm talent and just overall quarterback play, the Chargers have the better quarterback. But the Raiders will be at home. They'll be in their beautiful stadium, and, they'll have the home field advantage. I have seen that the Raiders have not have the home field advantage that they used to have when they were in Oakland and they were good, because no one wanted to travel to Oakland. Some people did, most people didn't. Oakland, I live in San Francisco. Oakland's a beautiful city and has a lot to offer too. But, there's that stigma around it that's dangerous. And most people weren't willing to take that chance. They weren't traveling to Oakland to, support their team for the most part. It was the black hole. It was dangerous. You get beat up. Their fans were wild. And they definitely felt that home field advantage. Not to say that they don't feel it in Las Vegas, but Las Vegas, it's a tourist city. Everyone is down to make that trip to Vegas for the weekend. Like, let's do it. Let's go. Let's support. So it's a little different. I have heard of teams taking over the Raiders Stadium. making it their own. Maybe not as bad as the Chargers at SoFi, but I have seen like tweets about reporters saying like, "Oh my God, the Bears! It's at least 50-50 with the Bears or the Broncos. The Broncos have like 30-40% of the stadium." I don't think the Chargers will do that. I don't think the Chargers have that many fans that would travel, or they're one of the teams that their fans don't travel as much. So I do think the Raiders should be able to have that blackout that they're talking about. They should be able to fill the stadium and have, most of their fans be there. But still, it's not the home field advantage that the black hole was back in Oakland. So, and the Chargers are used to playing on the road. Obviously, they have their 8-9 road games a year now that we have 17 games. But a lot of their home games are even road games. Like we've all seen Justin Herbert or Phillip Rivers back in the day last year, or whenever he was playing with the Chargers, whether it be at the Qualcomm or at the StubHub Center or wherever they played. We've all seen the Chargers quarterback covering their ears playing at home because those opposing fans took over the stadium and you can't hear anything even though you're home, which is crazy. So the Chargers, they're battle tested playing on the road. I don't think they'll be too intimidated playing away. So I think the Raiders will have the advantage there, but the Chargers have a lot of experience having a hostile environment. So all I'm saying is going to be a great game. You got to must watch TV. Darren Waller's back, or he should be back. So it's going to be an amazing game. It's going to be an amazing game. I can't wait to see it. Got a lot of Charger fans that I know. I got a lot of Raider fans that I know. Whew, it's going to be exciting, man. And I can't wait. It's going to be great. Last game of the season to wrap up this beautiful, crazy year that we've had of football. Playoffs are around the corner. Like, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for this last week of football. I'm pumped to get these playoffs started. And I'm pumped for this Chargers versus Raiders game.